Let's bring in our fair and balanced panel to further this discussion. Here with us today, Democratic strategist Capri Cafaro and Republican strategist Noelle Nikpour. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Good afternoon.
Noelle, I want to start with you, and I think you and Capri will have a little bit of a difference of opinion here. The rally yesterday really buttoning up the president's first month in office, and I want to get your reaction to the media reaction, perhaps a little bit different from the reaction that we saw after the press conference last week. And I want to ask you, he was still fairly pugilistic with the media, but was his message more effective?
I think the message was right on, and I think that he was letting us know that he is going to be keeping his promises. And I think that you will look for him to continue his movement on fulfilling those promises. And I think the one thing that he relayed to the American people was the fact that government is moving slow. He's used to running things like a business, and he's used to acting fast. And I think that he is letting us know that government is slow, and he is exposing, kind of the behind the scenes or the sausage making of government. And I think that the rally, I think it was great. I think it was informative, and I think that he touched on what he had done and what he is trying to do. And I think that the relationship, I will say, with the media going forward is going to be strained, and I think this is why you're going to see him every day on Twitter.
Okay, Capri, I assume you have a little bit of a different reaction from the rally yesterday and sort of buttoning up the first month. I mean, Donald Trump was saying that things are running very well behind the scenes, that this is momentum, and then we heard Noelle say that he's used to things working at a different pace. What's your reaction?
Well, he is a chief executive, and there's no question that, and having spent 10 years in government myself as a state senator in Ohio, I can attest to the fact that government does not move at the speed of business. And I'm sure that that's frustrating to President Trump, who has, a storied career as a chief executive in real estate and other endeavors. I think that his going out to the people, going out to the public, being in these rallies, that's his element. That's where he gets his energy. That's what gets him excited.
Okay,
he
but
likes
is it
to connect directly to the people. But here's what I would say about its effectiveness. And I was equitably as critical of President Obama for being the campaigner-in-chief during his 8 years in the White House. I think that it's important to have a balance. Yes, you need to go to the people, engage the people, but you cannot campaign your way to governing or to, frankly, convincing Congress to get on board with your agenda, regardless of whether or not they share your party. There has to be a balance there, and you can't just rely on public opinion or rallies to actually do the business of government.
Noelle, what's your response to that? Because the president really had no shame in the fact that it was a campaign event.
Well, and I think rightfully so, and I disagree, and the reason I disagree with my counterpart here is because I think that public perception, and I think keeping the supporters rallied and making sure that he is addressing supporters and the naysayers by saying that I am trying and I am working for you, and it's about you. And I think that this is why he has to come out. Yeah, but he has to come out and he has to reinforce this, because you've got to look at the relationship with he and the media. And the media, mainstream media, is negative. They're looking for anything they can to say that he's not fulfilling his promises. He doesn't know what he's talking about. So he has to constantly reinforce it. And just as Obama did, he went on a campaign tour constantly. So what? So is Trump. But Trump has to do it even more.
Right. Okay, Capri, I'm going to give you the last word and sort of your prediction for the next month.
I think what we're going to see is an executive budget that's going to lay out President Trump's policy priorities. I think we're also going to see a lot of work continuing in regards to tax reform, as well as the repeal and replace of Obamacare. But then again, you never know what you can predict. It's been a crazy first month, and I'm sure it'll be an even more whirlwind next 30 days.
I think that's a nice way to end it. There's really no way to predict. So, Capri and Noelle, thank you so much. Hopefully we'll have you back after month 2 to break that down as well. Thank you, ladies.
Sounds good.